I can give you the secret to being a godly husband, godly man when it comes to your relationship. It's only two things that we really, really got to do. And we just talked about this last week with our premarital couples.
I loved it.
For guys, ours is loving and leading. Love your wife as Christ loved us, and leading them just like Christ led us. Those
So
are
does
the
that
two
mean you get
things.
to tell me what to do and I don't have no games?
Absolutely.
You take my shoes?
Not your shoes, but I do.
My
Tell
car
you, I do
keys?
get to tell you what to do, though. No, I'm just joking.
Yeah,
No,
that's not what it means.
That's not what it means. No, I'm just loving and leading. Because if I'm chasing after Christ and trying to find out what Jesus wants me to do in my relationship, guess what? It's going to be easy for me to lead by example.
Yes.
The things that I want to manifest in my relationship and in my wife and in my family, guess where it starts?
Yeah, I love you. A leader, which is the kind of husband my husband is. He is the first to give. He's the first to forgive. He's the first to do everything, but he's the last to receive.
Hey, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. I'm actually gonna clap that up. Man, this is crazy. This is exactly what I've been talking about for the longest. And the crazy part about it is, I know everybody's not Christian or whatever, but whatever background or religion you come from, I think this just resonates across all platforms of life, all backgrounds of religion. Um, and again, I know there's some other religions where the wife really has no say so, uh, no autonomy in a relationship. It's just literally like, do what I say and shut up and do what I told you to do. That's it. I don't subscribe to that. We all human. We all can, have the freedom to make choice and stuff like that. But I'm not gonna go too deep in that. We're gonna stick to the point. The point of it is what my channel's about, right? Personal development, leadership, and marriage. He touched on both of them, love and leadership. Love your wife as Christ did. Love your wife as you would want to be treated, right? Love her as the queen that she is, and pour into her, and then lead. Leading by example, right? The things that you do, the way you move, if it's elevating yourself, guess what? People are gonna follow. She's gonna follow in your footsteps as you're moving with purpose. But for me, in my experience, you have to move with purpose. You have to move with passion, and you have to be purpose driven. And when you start to level yourself up, when you personally develop, that in turns to leadership because you lead by example. And so I just think it was beautifully said. Again, it don't matter what background you're coming from as far as when it comes to religion. For me, I just think it resonates all across all boards. And you can see that it resonated with her and how she responded. It's funny. She was like, "So you get to tell me what to do?" No, it shouldn't be like, "Listen, we our own people out here. A woman should be able to go into the world and respect her husband no matter what environment she in, right? She needs to move like a woman. And that means if somebody trying to hit at her, be polite, but tell them, no, I'm good, I'm married. You know what I mean? But we have to be the same way. So, but you could just see her energy resonating off him. It's a beautiful thing. We're going to run it back one more time because I want to make sure I get the nuance and I want to make sure I break this down all the way. So we're going to run it back really quick.
I can give you the secret to being a godly husband, godly man when it comes to your relationship. It's only two things that we really, really got to do. And we just talked about this last week with our premarital couples.
I loved it.
For guys, ours is loving and leading.
Again, loving and leading. I don't think it's no secret, but it's something that definitely needs to be put into practice. I think many of us, we love, but do we know how to love, right? And in turn, I think many of us don't know how to lead, though. I would say we probably know how to love more than we know how to lead. A lot of us haven't been in leadership positions, you know, either coming up through school, either through sports, either maybe in your community, maybe in your congregation, your job. At some point you have to take on a leadership role because that's practice, right, for your everyday life outside of your career or whatever the case may be. And in turn, I think that bleeds into your household. And it's just practice on how you want to lead. Now, obviously, you're not managing people like you're in an organization, but you learn the soft skills, you learn the intangible skills to help you lead. So if you've never been in a leadership position, if it's a job, if you can't get into a leadership position in your job, look for your community. Look for different organizations. Any type of role where you can start to build those leadership skills. And again, I think you can take some of those soft skills and apply those inside your home. And then when it comes to loving, I think part of that is communication. How does your wife want to be loved? How do you want to be loved? You got to know that first, because we treat others how we want to be treated, right? And I think that goes a long way. But we're gonna keep it pushing.
Love your wife as Christ loved us, and leading them just like Christ led us.
So
Those are
does
the
that mean
two
you get
things.
to tell me what to do and I don't have no time?
Absolutely.
You take my shoes.
Not your shoes, but I do get
And
to
my
tell
car
you. I do
keys.
get to tell you what to do, though. No, I'm just joking.
Yeah,
No,
that's not what it means.
That's not what it means. No, I'm just loving and leading. Because if I'm chasing after Christ and trying to find out what Jesus wants me to do in my relationship, guess what? It's going to be easy for me to lead by example.
Yeah.
The things that I want to manifest in my relationship and in my wife and in my family, guess where it starts?
Man, again, we're gonna run it back with a clap. That was just articulated very well. Just well said. Listen, when he says basically listening to Christ, you could or following Christ's example, right? Again, I know many of you may not, maybe some of you do follow Christ, some of you maybe don't. Follow your passion, man. No matter what. For me, I think there's a God. I think that you connect with Him as you get closer to fulfilling your purpose or getting on your path to your purpose, right? And those ideas, that advice, that wisdom source to just pour into you, right? And so from there, as you follow your passion, as you follow Christ-like, I think that you start to walk in your purpose, and therefore you can start to lead by example. And it's what he say. It starts with you. Yeah. Okay. Maybe with a camera. It starts with you, and so that's what I say, man. More men. I hope a lot of men see this. Again, even if you're not in a relationship, even if you're not married, you can still start this process, because then you just better equipped once you do meet that significant other, the person that you fall in love with. You already come to the table, right? Man coming to the table with a lot of intangible things. And I think this is a heavy hitter, man, to be able to come to the table with this mindset and just knowing that you purpose driven, you Christ driven, whatever religion driven you are, but you driven with purpose. That's the whole point. And it's just so attractive. It's so attractive, man. It brings life to you. You know what I mean? But again, at the end of the day, it starts with you. And that can't enough be said by that. We're gonna let them finish out, and we're gonna close out.
Yeah, I love you. A leader, which is the kind of husband my husband is. He is the first to give. He's the first to forgive. He's the first to do everything, but he's the last to receive. And so it's me first and me last, and that's the thing that I thought was really beautiful that the Lord gave him, was to show that.
But you know what?
Yeah, and she put a cherry on top. You know what I mean? That's exactly what a leader is. He's always looking to give first to his people, and he received last. And that's just like a father figure. He makes sure his kids eat, and if he's struggling, he go without. Or if it's a little bit left, he eat last. But he gonna make sure that his household's running how it's supposed to run, and making sure that it's running with purpose. So again, she put a cherry on top. I think this video was, man, this is probably one of the best videos I've seen in a long time. And I'm just so happy I got to react to it, because this is exactly up my lane. And it's just so crazy. Like, this is the first time I've seen this clip, right? It's the first time I played it before I hit record, just to make sure I understood what was being said. But when I seen it on TikTok, I was like, man, I gotta put this on here. But I've been on this for a minute without even. Once I connected with God, what he's saying was already being poured into me without anybody telling me, right? And that's just what it is. It's just crazy how, and I've said this in another video, when you learn the language of successful people, and this is what I'm talking about. This is the language of successful marriage. This is successful people. This is the same language. You know, taking accountability. You know, really being a leader as a man. You know, taking the mantle and just really driving, you know, your relationship where it needs to go. And I think that, you know, for a lot of you guys out there who are having trouble with your marriage, it start with you. You know, stop making excuses. You know, really pour into yourself to personal develop, and you know, put yourself in your purpose. Become purpose driven, man. You know, figure out where you want to go with this thing. Figure out where you want to lead yourself, and in turn, where you want to lead your family. And so, but again, it start with you. So, man, I ain't gonna beat a dead horse, but listen, this was a wonderful video. Shout out to the content creator for dropping this knowledge. And if you like this content, you know, drop a comment below. Tell me what you think about this video. Tell me what you think about my analysis, and you know, where are you at when it comes to this information. Subscribe to the Husband Code if you haven't. If this is your first time, welcome to the Husband Code. Go ahead and subscribe. Hit that thumbs up on the video so we can send it out to more people to see it. And hit the notification bell. We're dropping videos every day. So until next time, I appreciate you guys. Have a good night. I'll see y'all in early coffee morning. Peace.